pay. Call today. Caring for Carolina. Throughout the years, News Channel 6 has been honored to impact the lives of thousands of families in need. It's our way of giving back to the community we proudly serve. Sponsored by Aiken Regional Medical Centers.
It is a Viper 6 alert day as we track severe weather.
The live Viper 6 weather team is coverage you can count on for the entire CSRA. Breaking news. The president is... The News Channel 6 mobile app is now even better. Download it today.
Now on News Channel 6 at 5, a Helene Recovery Group needs your help. How you can help them rebuild the community as your News at 5 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 5.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jenny Montgomery. Thank you for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins with a push to help families still recovering from Hurricane Helene. Two groups have been on the ground for months rebuilding homes, but now they need more supplies to finish their work. Graham Lee is live near one of the most recent projects. And Graham, they're looking for funds to get those supplies.
Well, that's right, Jenny. Former Augusta Mayor Dee Copenhaver has been leading the effort with Mennonite and Christian Disaster Services to rebuild homes damaged and destroyed by Hurricane Helene. But he says that now they're the ones that need the help. The Long-Term Recovery Committee got a $1 million grant from the Community Foundation last year to purchase supplies. But now those funds are running out.
Which is a good thing. It means people are getting aid and houses are getting repaired and rebuilt. But we've never gone out with the public ask, so we're asking the public to help out so we can continue to buy supplies.
Since coming to the area last fall, Mennonite and Christian Disaster Services have been on the ground 5 days a week, rebuilding dozens of homes across Richmond, Columbia, and the Duffy counties. Copenhaver will be going to a conference in Miami, Florida this weekend to advocate for more financial aid.
There are a bunch of people that really want to know, big funders from around the nation. They want to fund disaster recovery models that are really working. We're efficient, effective, and we get aid to people in an expedited fashion. That's not the norm, unfortunately, in disaster recovery.
The teams have also joined forces with local churches across multiple denominations. We spoke to Reverend Scott Parrish back in December.
Well, a disaster doesn't care about your religion or lack of religion or your organizational status or your income level. A disaster is a great equalizer.
I have a very strong faith. I will say that we would not be where we were if we did not invite the Holy Spirit in from day one.
So both Mennonite Disaster Services and Christian Disaster Services are still here. The Mennonite team will stay through the end of March, and the Christian Disaster Services team will continue their work through the beginning of April. Now, if you want to get involved and donate to this cause, you can find out how on our website, WJBF.com. Live in Augusta, Graham Lee, WJBF, News Channel 6.
All right, Graham, thank you. Time now for a first check of the weather with our chief meteorologist, Jenna Petracci.
Well, Jenny, it was really cold this morning. Definitely feeling like winter again with those recorded low temperatures in the low to upper 20s. 26 at 7 a.m. this morning in Augusta, down to 22 in Aiken and Edgefield. We did warm up nicely, though, once we headed into the afternoon. And with the sunshine, it was feeling pretty decent out there. You can see it's actually around 5 to 11 degrees warmer than this time yesterday. So we are seeing a warming trend this week. Currently, we're in the upper 40s to low 50s. 50 in Millen, 48 in Bamberg, 51 in Thompson and Augusta. So we are definitely below average today, but once again, getting a bit warmer. Now, dew points are really low in the teens. We have a lot of dry air in place with winds coming out of that southwest direction. So the winds coming out of the southwest are going to help to warm us up as we go throughout the rest of the week. Right now, not super breezy. Wind gusts only up to around 15 miles per hour. Here's our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam. You can see the American flag blowing and a little bit of cloud cover. And it's also hazy outside. We do have some controlled burns happening across the CSRA. That's making for some poor air quality, especially right around the metro into Columbia County and down into Burke County as well. So just keep that in mind and try to limit your time outside if you are sensitive to that. The rest of your evening, staying mostly clear. We will see some clouds move in overnight with the temperatures getting cold again, dropping to an overnight low of 33 degrees. But look at these high temperatures climbing all the way back into the upper 60s, along with more cloud cover, high wind gusts, and some chances of rain, especially on Thursday and Friday. I'll have a look at your futurecast for that coming up. But back to you, Jenny.
All right, thank you, Jenna. Augusta leaders reacting to the concerns being raised about a new landscape maintenance department. As we reported, Engineering Director Dr. Malik emailed city leaders saying he sees the new department as a direct reflection of his performance. Commissioners voting to put all vegetation maintenance under a new single department. But Malik says grass cutting in Augusta fails not because of the departments, but city leaders failing to provide needed resources.
But I think Dr. Malik is correct. Funding is everything, George. In government, in any entity, funding is everything. If you got the correct funding, then you can do a better job if you got the resources.
Meanwhile, the city has issues with the finance department. The interim director resigned in January and is now off the job, but there's no one in the finance office to take over. Commissioners this afternoon voting to bring in a consultant to operate the finance department until a permanent director is hired. Richmond County's Board of Education approves its 2026 facilities master plan. In the 2026-2027 school year, Barton Chapel Elementary and Glen Hills Elementary schools will merge. They'll be located on the Glen Hills campus until the new Barton Chapel school is built. Jenkins White Elementary will close, and Murphy Middle School students will be attending various middle schools. Also in the next school year, T.W. Josie Comprehensive High School will temporarily close for rebuilding. The Josie School Zone will remain active, with all operations transitioning to the Murphy School campus.
Great thing about this new College and Career Academy is that it is defined by the community, for the community in Richmond County, and for the Augusta community as a whole. So you choose a career pathway that drives you towards entrepreneurship, employment, enlistment, or enrollment.
Again, the transition begins in the 2026-2027 school year. Tut Middle will close at the end of this school year and be consolidated into Tut Langford Middle School during the 2026-2027 school year. That's located on Walton Way. Georgia lawmakers are looking at ways to improve public safety. Some of the bills they're discussing include Aiken is taking a hard look at how and where growth happens. City leaders just reviewed early recommendations for a major rewrite of the city zoning rules. Aiken Bureau Chief Sean Cabbage-Talk has details.
This is the groundwork for the Unified Development Ordinance, merging zoning and land use rules into one playbook. City leaders say it's about clarity, consistency, and predictability as Aiken grows. The 50-page report comes from a planning firm. It lays out design standards for buildings, where they go, how they look, and what materials can be used. Public input shaped the draft. More than 240 people responded online, plus focus groups and open houses. Historic and old Aiken overlays were removed for now. They'll get their own review later.
An old Aiken overlay is a very unique and special part of Aiken, so it deserves, I think, special attention paid to it, which I think would be best handled by a firm that has particular expertise in these areas, again, as well as getting unique input from interested stakeholders in the community.
An open house is set for March 18th at the Municipal Building, and this is just so folks can take a look at the preliminary recommendations. In Aiken, I'm Aiken Bureau Chief Sean Cabbage-Talk, WJBF News Channel 6.
The Atlanta Braves have a new TV home this season. Today, the team announced the creation of Braves Vision. According to the team, the new network will give the Braves full oversight of production, sales, marketing, and distribution of more than 140 games this season, plus pre- and post-game programming. You can watch through your cable, satellite, or streaming service, or on a new Braves.tv app with a subscription. The team says it'll announce deals with specific providers in the coming days. Up next, a scam targeting grocery shoppers. What you should be on the lookout for after the break.
Man, I missed this.
Still ahead, major snow in the Northeast, how airports are dealing with delays and cancellations after the forecast.
This week, but no winter weather for us, just some rain Thursday and Friday. We're going to see some breezy conditions as well, and maybe even a few storms. I'll break it all down when we return.
You can't always choose the weather, but you can choose your weather app. Go with the most accurate and most trusted, the Live Viper 6 mobile app. Download it today.
This message is for everyone. 0% APR on select SUVs for well-qualified buyers, or get $3,500 customer cash on Rogue.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. Here's a look across the CSRA on our Terry Limbert Hyundai Skyview cams. Some sunshine here and there, cloud cover in other spots, along with, once again, we do have those controlled burns across the area, leading to some smoke in the sky as well. We're sitting at 51 degrees. We have a southwest wind of 7 miles per hour. Dew points really low in the teens. Humidity around 20%. Now around the CSRA, it's upper 40s to low 50s where we're topping off today. But look at to the west of us, much warmer 70s in Oklahoma and Texas. Colder to the north of us where they're only in the 40s in North Carolina. We have high pressure in control, though. That's keeping us dry. Just some cloud cover all across the southeast. And we'll see some clouds move in tonight. So tomorrow morning, we'll call it partly cloudy. Temperatures will be in the mid to upper 30s when you're headed out the door. But we will still have a light breeze out of the southwest. And that'll make it feel a few degrees colder than the actual air temperature. So not as cold as it was this morning, but still bundle up as it'll be feeling like the upper 20s out there. Here's a look at the day planner for the rest of the day. By 9 a.m., 43 degrees, then pushing into the mid 60s as the day goes on. And notice it will be mostly cloudy and also windy, both Wednesday and Thursday. Winds gusting up to 35 miles per hour, then settling down on Friday and into the weekend. But even though we had that really cold start this morning with 20s, we are going to see some much warmer low temperatures, and of course our highs will also be warmer in the 60s and 70s. But these lows are really significantly above average, especially on Friday morning, 55 degrees. So we're going to see those above average temperatures continuing as we go into the new month and potentially all the way through March 10th. Look at how well above average the southeast is expected to be. Now we really need some rain. The drought monitor is still showing that extreme drought in the far northern portion of the CSRA and the far southern portion. But we'll finally see some beneficial rain Thursday and Friday. Notice we've actually picked up 2 inches so far. So it would be really great if we could end up finishing this month maybe even slightly above average. Now, here's a look at our futurecast starting tonight at 10 p.m. You can see a few clouds around with that southwest wind coming in. Then as we go throughout the day tomorrow, we're not expecting any rain, just that cloud cover, maybe a spotty shower here and there with this approaching cold front. Now, as the cold front gets closer to us, Thursday morning still expected to be dry and really even into the start of the afternoon. But Thursday evening into Friday morning, that's when we'll see some rain. It'll be windy, some storms possible Thursday night into Friday. And then as this low pressure gets closer to our area, we'll still see those showers and maybe some rumbles of thunder and a little bit of lightning as we go into Friday evening. But things look to clear out as we get into our weekend. Potential rainfall, some places only up to a ½ inch, but we can't rule out up to 2 inches by the time we get through Friday. So your 10-day forecast showing rain chances going down to just 20% on Saturday. Beautiful sunshine on Sunday. And even into next week, we're still seeing those highs in the 70s. So very spring-like ahead.
Not what we're seeing up in the Northeast,
Not
that's
at
for
all.
sure, folks. They're dealing with the aftermath of an historic blizzard in Rhode Island. The storm dropped more than 3 feet of snow on the city of Providence. That's the most ever in the state. Air travel also impacted around the area, with more than 11,000 flights canceled since Sunday.
Crews have been out around the clock since the snow started falling Sunday afternoon. They have been out there clearing everything. We're making sure that, the airport is open, which it is, and that all of the surfaces are safe for passengers and, of course, all of the aircraft.
The Northeast expecting even more snow soon, making cleanup now even more important. Up next, married in a blizzard, how one couple pushed through the storm to say their vows after the break.
My father told me a story once. It really put things into perspective. He told me that when he first started, he was under a house and it was super late at night and it was cold and all these pipes all over town were freezing and bursting. And he said it was so cold he couldn't even bend his hands. That moment for me. Test it, whether you're really going to serve, whether you really mean business, or whether you're just kind of in this for convenience or comfort. And I continued to work at that house until I fixed every leak.
At Tile Center, we'll work directly with you to help you select just the right products you'll need. Our staff has the expertise needed to assist homeowners, contractors, architects, and designers with any tile project anywhere in your home or office. At Tile Center, we bring your visions to life. Come see why for yourself at any of our locations at Tile Center or online at tilecenter.com. Your tile and stone experts.
CSRE Camperland has been.
The northeastern blizzards are disrupting many aspects of everyday life, but one couple wasn't letting it get in the way of their special day. Kent Pierce has the story.
We did want a winter theme. I think I wished a little too hard for a winter theme.
Kelly and Robert wanted their wedding date to be 2/22, but the weather forecast looked very wintry indeed. That didn't stop them, however.
We said we were going to make it happen.
Yeah, and we did.
And we did, and we ended up moving the time up. I called all the vendors. Everybody was fantastic. They were all on board, and where there's a will, there's a way. So
I'm sure they didn't want to be stuck in the storm either. So
No, they're like, they were waiting. They were waiting for our calls. Like, we're wondering if you guys are gonna call us and make sure that we move it up. We don't want anyone to get stuck in the snow.
Yeah.
They got married a few hours early, but everyone they needed to be there showed up. And when the snow really started falling, they leaned into that winter theme. Unfortunately, their flight to Punta Cana for their honeymoon got canceled, but they worked that out too.
Now we are about to rent a car and road trip down to North Carolina and fly out of North Carolina at 6 a.m. or 8:30 a.m. tomorrow morning.
No better way to start a marriage. 12 hours in the car together, and we are again determined to get to our honeymoon destination.
You could see a blizzard on your wedding day as a bad omen, but for the Noonans, it seemed to clear up what was really important.
I mean, I was telling her if there's one person that shows up or if there's 1,000 people that show up, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Like, we're still doing this for us. So it could just be the two of us dancing by ourselves all night, and it'll still be our day.
What a good attitude. And that does it for us this half hour, but we have more coverage you can count on coming up at 5:30, including President Trump set to address Congress and the nation in his first State of the Union address of his second term. We'll have a preview next.
Sherry Osborne, Certipro Painters. Call us, we'll paint happy for you.
Big Dog Disposal. You call, we haul. Anything.
Culver's of Grovetown.
Welcome to Delicious.
Clients for a coin since 1941, now located in the West Town Plaza in Martinez.
For a great Mexican food and drink, come to El Alazan.
Super Saver coupons online, anywhere, anytime. Just show your phone.
Rick Jackson, the Straight Talk. Master Buick GMC is the area's largest GMC dealer and your one-stop shop for top-of-the-line trucks and SUVs. Get new Sierra 1500 models with over $8,700 off or 0% financing. Master is fully stocked with Sierra, Canyon, Terrain, Acadia, and Yukon models. More inventory, more savings, more ways to master your car buying experience. The area's trusted dealer since 1937. We are professional grade. Shop now at masterbuickgmc.com.
This is Mike Costello of the Mike Costello Law Firm. If you've been injured or in a car wreck, you're only going to get one shot to bring your claim. Put a team on the court that won't be afraid, has the knowledge, has the experience to take that shot. At the Mike Costello Law Firm, we've been in the game. We've taken over 50,000 shots. Call or text at 844-438-6453 or visit us at MikeCostelloLawFirm.com. Let us take that shot.
It's time for Weinberger's famous Made in America sale.
Save up to 50% off on the finest quality American-made brands. Plus, get 20% off mattresses by Kingsdown. Can you save up to 50% off on all of our American-made collections?
Yes, you can.
The Live Viper 6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Live from Television Park, this is is WJBF News Channel 6 at 5:30.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dee Griffin. Thanks so much for joining us. Topping today's local headlines, with families still rebuilding after Hurricane Helene, the volunteers helping repair dozens of homes are now running out of supplies and asking for the public's help. Aiken is taking a hard look at how and where growth happens. City leaders just reviewed early recommendations for a major rewrite of the city's zoning rules. State lawmakers are pushing a series of public safety measures this legislative session, including a bill that has now cleared the House and would move 17-year-olds out of the adult criminal justice system and into juvenile court. We'll have these stories and more coming up at 6. But first, coverage you can count on continues with President Trump. And it's time now for a first look at our weather with Chief Meteorologist Jenna Petracci. And Jenna, it was a pretty day, a little hazy out there, but it was pretty.
Yeah, it definitely felt a lot better in the afternoon. It was super cold this morning,
yes.
Dee. Of course, I slept through that, but if you were out really early this morning around 7 a.m., we were in the 20s, 22 in Edgefield, Aiken, Saluda, 26 in Augusta. So it's definitely feeling like winter again, but if you like the warmer temperatures, they are coming back very, very soon. You can actually see we're already experiencing a warm up. It's 5 degrees warmer in Augusta compared to yesterday in our western counties, around 10 to 13 degrees warmer. So that's putting us in the upper 40s to low 50s today. 49 now in Aiken and Bamberg, 50 in Allendale. Augusta, you're at 51 degrees, 53 in Crawfordville, and 50 in Edgefield. Very dry air in place with dew points down to the teens. You can also see we have a southwest wind. That's what's helping to warm us up. Winds are sustained up to around 10 miles per hour. And the gusts are only up to around 15, so not super windy today. But with these conditions, we do have some controlled burns happening across the CSRA. So like Dee mentioned, a bit hazy, and you can also see some high-level cloud cover here on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam in Thompson. And because of this, we do have that poor air quality across the CSRA. However, we do have an update that just came out, and now it's looking good. Earlier, we did have that orange color right across the metro, so definitely seeing some improvement as we head into the rest of the evening. 39 by 9 o'clock tonight, clouds starting to move in, and it's going to be another chilly one. But like I mentioned, warmer temperatures are on the way. I'll have more details on that coming up. But back to you, Dee.
All right, thanks so much. We'll see you in a few minutes. More than 250,000 customers are still without power in Massachusetts after that bomb cyclone blizzard slammed the Northeast. Rena Roy has the latest.
Millions of people are digging out in the Northeast from the mess left behind by this monster blizzard.
We just got walloped. That was one big snowstorm.
Many still without power in Massachusetts in below freezing temperatures.
Took out this power cable, and we lost power coming across the street here.
And more snow is on the way for the region. Officials say it could take days for power to be fully restored.
This is going to be a multi-day effort.
You can see this gas station damaged from the storm in the town of Harwich. In Philadelphia, a chopper video shows snow blanketing much of the city. The intense storm dumping more than 3 feet in Providence, Rhode Island.
We're stuck and the snow is up high, up to our knees.
37.9 inches, a state record and the highest total anywhere for this storm. In New Jersey, Lyndhurst Township seeing 30.7 inches. And New York City saw its largest snowfall in a decade. The largest public school district in the country fully closed Monday for the first time in years. Today, students navigating the slushy streets with class back in session.
When conditions are safe, our goal will always be to open our schools.
The Staten Island Borough president questioning the decision to open the schools.
The parents of Staten Island exercise very good judgment, in my opinion. One school, for example, has about 10% of the kids. 90% of the kids did not show up.
Now, the big concern as we brace for more winter weather is black ice. All of this slush that you see here on the roadways will likely become very slick and make travel treacherous yet again. And these massive snow piles will likely just get harder to clean up. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
I remember those days when I lived up in Boston. Wow. Well, there may be another batch of secret Epstein files hidden across the country. Coming up, Netflix teases a new series based off of a Jane Austen novel. Ryan Coogler working on a new Hulu series and more. That's what's trending. That's up next.
Like I mentioned, temperatures are going to be warming up this week, but it's also going to come with some cloud cover and rain chances. I'll break down all the details after what's trending.
Tonight, a monster storm in the Northeast with more snow on the way. And American tourists stranded in Mexico as cartel violence escalates. America.
It's a new game. A car wreck can happen in a snap, but did you know you can get your case started immediately by going to MikeHostolowLawFirm.com? That's MikeHostolowLawFirm.com to get your case started today.
I love our new tagline for George Sink Injury Lawyers. Get the GOAT.
Well, technically, you can't say you're the greatest of all time. GOAT is for George's outstanding attorney team, not greatest of all time.
Get the GOAT!
Yes!
Get the GOAT on your side and call all nines.
Every day, ordinary people in the CSRA do extraordinary things to serve our community. Each month, News Channel 6 recognizes these outstanding volunteers with the Giving Your Best Award. Do you know an everyday hero who goes the extra mile to help others? Nominate them for the Giving Your Best Award by visiting WJBF.com and filling out the entry form.
Sponsored by Science Co., Piedmont Augusta, Security Federal Bank, and News Channel 6.
It's bow time. The only thing you want after a made-from-scratch Bojangles biscuit with juicy country ham is another one. For a limited time, get 2 ham biscuits for $5. Cravings, meet savings. Order in the app or at Bojangles. It's bow time.
Come see why everyone's talking about WJBF 6 Plus, the CSRA's streaming home to a wide variety of local original programming. Free to download, free to watch. Get WJBF 6 Plus today on your favorite streaming device.
What's with all the goats?
GOAT. George's outstanding attorney team.
After you've been injured in a car crash, call George Sink Injury Lawyers and get the GOAT on your side. Hurt? Call all nines now.
Insurance companies don't make it easy after a car wreck.
At the Mike Hospital Law Firm, we fight to get you every dollar you deserve. HOSTILO.
Time and temperature brought to you by Eben Gray's Roofing Service, the name you know and trust.
Welcome back, everyone. It's now time for a look at what's trending. A new Audrey Hepburn, let me get it right, biopic film is in the making. Get my words right here. Netflix's Emily in Paris actress Lily Collins will be playing the Hollywood Golden Age icon. The film will focus on the making of Hepburn's most iconic movie, Breakfast at Tiffany's, of course. It takes a behind-the-scenes look at the 1961 rom-com classic, which went on to win 2 Oscars. Collins shared the news on Instagram, saying she feels, quote, honored and ecstatic. Good for her. I can't wait. Love Audrey Hepburn. Well, in celebration of Black History Month and ahead of the worldwide theatrical release of Michael, which we're all anticipating, Florida A&M University honors the legacy of the King of Pop with an amazing performance from the Marching 100. Take a look. Oh, they are great. The performance also marks a milestone for FAMU as the head drum major is the first female in the band's history. She says the performance was incredibly meaningful. The movie also captions on the video with Who's Next, so we might get more leading up to the April 24th release. Cannot wait. That's going to be a really good one. Netflix releases a teaser for a new Pride and Prejudice series, and Ryan Coogler starting on a new project with Hulu to bring back a classic sci-fi show. Melvin Robert has more.
Sinners director Ryan Coogler has a project heading to the small screen soon. Has his next project lined up. The actor is set to play Abraham Lincoln in Lincoln Indy Bardo, a live-action stop-motion hybrid film which adapts George Saunders' New York Times bestseller and 2017 Booker Prize-winning novel. The story centers on the president's grief over the death of his 11-year-old son, blending historical and fictional characters while exploring the themes of love, empathy, and human capacity in the face of grief. Production is set for London. No release date on that one just yet. And another new project on the way, Jane Austen's beloved classic Pride and Prejudice is getting a new adaptation. Netflix just dropped the teaser for the 6-episode series. Take a look. The series stars Emma Corrin, who we know from The Crown as Elizabeth Bennet, and Jack Lowden, who starred in Slow Horses as Mr. Darcy. Pride and Prejudice is set to come out this fall on Netflix. And the honorees for this year's Billboard Women in Music Awards have been announced, with Oscar hopeful Tiana Taylor's award. Lafitte will be given the Innovator Award, and Mariah the Scientist will be honored with the Rising Star Award. No word yet on who will take home the big Women of the Year prize. Last year it went to Doechii. The night will be hosted by Keke Palmer, and it will take place at the Hollywood Palladium on April 29th. That's a good one. In Hollywood, with your entertainment report, I'm Melvin Robert.
All right, we have a lot going on in Hollywood and a lot going on in our weather. We're warming up this week, but we do have rain Thursday and Friday on the way, so a few storms as well, but that's okay. I'm just happy about the warmer temperatures for now, definitely. Jenna has a look at your forecast, the full forecast coming up. Stay tuned.
This message is for everyone.
The CSRA's favorite news app is now even better, with easier access to local news, weather, and live streaming video. Download the News Channel 6 mobile app. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. We've been talking about that record-breaking snowstorm up in the Northeast, and here it is on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam. It impacted Cape May, New Jersey. Snow still along the sidewalks here, the grass, of course. Roads look okay. But boy, they definitely got a lot of snow up there, and it's still bitter cold. But here in Augusta, it felt pretty cold for us today, but we did make it into the 50s. That's thanks to a southwest wind coming in. That's bringing in some warmer air from down south. Dew points are very low in the teens. Humidity at 27%. So you can see that cold air really starts around North Carolina, stretches up towards the northeast. But over to the west of us, really warm with temperatures in the 70s, and then a good chunk of us in the 50s and 60s. And here in the CSRA, we were pretty consistent today. Temperatures currently ranging from around 48 to 53 degrees. Now here's our satellite and radar, high pressure and control. We will see more cloud cover pushing into night. We're going to stay dry though, so just expect a partly cloudy start to your Wednesday morning. Temperatures will be in the mid-30s, so around 10 degrees warmer than they were this morning. But thanks to a wind still blowing, we're going to feel a few degrees colder than the actual air temperature, getting down to, it feels like, of around 28 at the 6 o'clock hour. Now, picking things up at 9 a.m. tomorrow, we'll be in the 40s, then mid-60s in the afternoon. So really feeling nice and mild with the cloud cover and some windy conditions. Wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour both Wednesday and Thursday, and then they start to settle down Friday and Saturday. Now, low temperatures are on the rise big time. So after we're done with the 30s tonight, we are jumping up by around 20 degrees Thursday and Friday, lows in the 50s. So we have that chance of precipitation this week, but it's all going to be in the form of rain. So absolutely no chance of winter weather thanks to these well above freezing low temperatures. Rain chances are definitely getting pretty high Thursday and Friday. A lot more certainty that there will be rain. Isolated showers still possible on Saturday, but overall your weekend is looking pretty nice. So let's walk you through our futurecast starting tonight at 10 p.m. South wind coming in, cloud cover pushing into the viewing area as well. So all of tomorrow pretty cloudy. Can't rule out an isolated shower here and there, but the front is still well out of the way. Now as this front gets closer, we're still starting out our Thursday dry, maybe a stray shower Thursday afternoon. But once this gets right across the CSRA, showers will be likely Thursday night into Friday morning, with the possibility of some thunderstorms here as well, with those wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour. Friday looks pretty wet. Once again, an 80% chance of rain as this front stalls out over us and low pressure is moving in. So prepare for the rain on Friday. We can already see that clearing happening Friday night to our north and west. So the clear skies will take over as we go into our Saturday. Potential rainfall, it's going to vary. Some places could only get a ½ inch, but on the higher end, we could see up to 2 inches by the time this is said and done on Thursday and Friday. So very beneficial rainfall. Lows tonight are going to be in the 30s, highs tomorrow in the 60s. Pretty much right on track with average. Now your 10-day forecast showing that 60% chance of rain Thursday, 80% on Friday. A pretty nice weekend, sunny and 75 on Sunday. Looking forward to that. Then as we go into next week, still staying mild with some slight chances of rain.
All right, there you have it. I'm still looking for those warmer temperatures.
Yeah.
Not hot, but just warmer.
It's coming, Dee. Today was an exception, but overall, pretty warm days.
It has been good. Today and yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday was real cold, too.
Yeah. Well, at least we're not up north right now, so we're good.
Yes.
Thanks. Coming up, a Paul Knox Middle School teacher who wants to make learning math enjoyable for students. We'll take a closer look at this week's Golden Apple Award winner after the break.
Bert Jones has been taking
Kids at Rooms to Go Kids today.
Hi, I'm Richard Lawson, and we're celebrating Black excellence.
Celebrating Black Excellence 365, only on News Channel 6.
Who makes her classroom fun and comfortable. She shows such strong support for her students, and that kind of learning environment leads to a lifetime of success. Brad Means introduces us to Heather Parliament. She is the winner of the Golden Apple Award.
Heather Parliament teaches math and advanced math to 7th graders at Paul Knox Middle School. Back when she started this career, deciding which subject to specialize in was a process of elimination.
In all honesty, I hate writing, and ELA was not it. Bugs in the outside and dissecting frogs is disgusting, so science was not it. And I'm actually certified in math and social studies, so I've always taught math, but I could also do social studies if I wanted to, because that's all that was left.
This is more than a classroom. It's a comfort zone where it's okay to not be able to solve every equation right away.
And so they feel like, at least I hope they feel like, that this is a safe environment for them to be able to make those mistakes and get corrected and grow from making those mistakes. So they're all comfortable raising their hand and answering the questions, whether or not they're right or wrong.
Mrs. Parliament is also in charge of the Paul Knox academic team.
We start our season competing against other middle schools in the district. We actually have the largest academic team in the district. We have 2 teams that we split up because they needed more teams.
Each matchup at the district or state level gives each team member sharp skills and confidence that stay with them forever.
A lot of our team, they don't play sports, so they don't get that competition anywhere else. In the classroom is where they shine.
They shine because of this bright light leading them. Heather Parliament and her middle schoolers were simply meant to be together.
They're so weird, and it's amazing. 7th grade is the best. They still laugh at my jokes. They still think I'm funny. Once they get to 8th grade, they start to think I'm lame. But no, you will next year. No, they're just, they know how to blow their own nose and do their own thing, but they still follow directions for the most part. So high school, they're know-it-alls, and I couldn't do that. But middle school is definitely the sweet spot.
In North Augusta, Brad Means, WJBF News Channel 6.
If you know a teacher who deserves the Golden Apple Award, please let us know. Just go to WJBF.com, find the Golden Apple link, and fill out a nomination form. Well, that's all the time we have for this half hour. We'll have more coverage you can count on coming up next at 6.
Follow News Channel 6 on Instagram.
Introducing Purple.